Hello everyone, welcome back. Alex here, and today I would like to kind of experiment with a new format, and I'm calling it the Flashback. So, flashback to older games, games that I really enjoyed, and that I would like to play again and record for everyone else. The difference of a flashback versus a full blown retro review or a playthrough is that it may stand off as on its own rather than being like a multi episode, again, playthrough. And maybe not as an analytical as a review. So today, the game in question is going to be Endless Legend. This is a game I put quite a lot of hours in comparison to a lot of my other games, and we're just going to give it a go here. So start a new game. Now, I really like Amplitude Studios games, almost all of them, particularly anything that's strategy based. So the Endless series is very exciting for me. So Endless Legend, Endless Space 2. I do like also Humanity, which I think I'll do another video. I was actually doing a playthrough, which I would probably like to keep going at some point. And Amplitude Studios recently announced Endless Legend 2 that will be coming out, which should be interesting. So here we are. We're back to Endless Legend 1, and we'll jump in. So I've played the game, and I've won with most of these factions, other than I think these top three here, the three newest ones. And I think the Draken I haven't gotten all the way through yet either. But either way, they're all fun and they're all very unique, and that's the way I like my strategy games. I don't like factions that only have a few minor changes or some cosmetic changes. I really like factions that stand out and give different playstyles or force you to use different playstyles. And to me, that's really one of the hallmarks and strengths of the Endless Legend, Endless Space, and I think we'll see that in Endless Legend 2. So starting off with, I think I'll go with. I always like going the Necrophages. They're always kind of fun. Windwalkers are interesting. They're fairly easy. I would say they're easy. They're fairly straightforward. And let's just. I feel like a Necrophage today. Let's just do that. Now, there's a couple adjustments I like to make. So in Endless Legend, there was quite a number of expansions, and each one of those expansions introduced a new gameplay mechanic. All right, and if you're brand new to Endless Legend, and the same goes true with Endless Space too, is you can turn off some of these extra features that they become a little bit overwhelming. So, namely, like the Dust Eclipse. Now, I'm going to keep them on. Short and often, I'm going to make them short and rare. I'm going to kind of dial it down a little bit here. Everything else I'm going to kind of keep the same. Urkons. Yeah, we'll keep the Urkons. I think that's fine. The other thing I'm going to eliminate is the score victory. Now, the score victory is a defined hard cap on the number of turns your game's going to have. So on normal difficulty, it's 300 turns. And basically, it says when you get up to 300, whichever faction or team has the highest score is automatically declared the winner. So you don't reach some of these other kind of victories, like expansion, economic, diplomatic. It's just that 300 is decided. I'll turn that off. Rarely does the game go past 300. You'll usually trigger one of these first, but I don't like my games being finished, artificially. This would be more in the case of a multiplayer game where you can't go on forever, and sometimes you may get into a stalemate, and it's just time to call it. So it could work there. Since I'm playing single player, I'm not going to worry about time turns or time battles. All right, so Necrophages. World shape. I'm going to go with a few continents. Now, the AI does struggle, from what I've heard, with some more maritime maps, but I do like some maritime qualities, so we'll go from there. So, 6 empires, all unique. Again, I'm going to keep it. Let's keep it at normal difficulty. I'm not looking for a huge run here, so let's just jump in here. Again, There's a couple things I really do like about Endless Legend that may not be the case in Endless Space 2 and Humankind. One of the things I really like about Endless Legend is that it starts off more quickly than Endless Space 2 and Humankind. Humankind and Endless Space 2, they take a while to kind of get going. Like the first several turns, you're very, very small. I'm just gonna skip the story here. Launcher stale. Adds the Urcon. Oh, this is a new install, so I gotta go through all of these here. All right. Inferno, Forgotten Love, Tempest, Echoes, Tales. Yep, we gotta go through all of this. Just bear with me. All right, there we go. Sorry, this is a new computer, or at least a new build a computer. I just reinstalled, so yeah, had to go through that. All right, so we're here. So as I mentioned, Endless Legend ramps up faster and gets in the action much more quickly than, again, Endless Space 2 and Humankind. They take a while to spool up. With Humankind, you gotta go through the Neolithic Age and then get started on your first age. I think it's a neat concept. It's not bad. It kind of, gets you going a little bit, but like from a streaming playing point of view, it does kind of slow down a little bit artificially. Oh, we got a new quest. In 5 turns, search the relic of the unspoiled, illuminated by the rays of dust. Okay, they're just to the north. Alright, that's fine. Forger settler. Ooh, there's actually a number of deposits here. Look at this. 19 food, 4 industry, 2. Interesting. I actually want more industry if we can and science because the necrophages are awful farmers. 8 food, 4. Ooh, this will be good. Let's take this one. Yeah, so the necrophages, their main mechanic is in order for them to grow and thrive, they have to kill and cocoon enemy forces in order to make food. Yes, they're absolutely adorable. Okay, we got the first city made. We're going to go up here. Let's take a look. All right. So anyways, as I mentioned, Endless Legend, though, really gets you going. So we already got our first quest. We got our first city. We're already starting to expand. There's very little downtime that you see here. And the other thing is we need research. All right, so we got the Necro Drone. And do we get anything else? Oh, and Alchemist Ferris. Okay, those are nice. That's not bad. This is good to have. This one, it's nice to have that unit. So it's food, die effects. Not near a river. Search party. So let's go with the mill foundry first, because always industry is always good. Now, because Necrophage is such a wartime and warlike race, I'm going to try and grab a lot of these type of technologies. Mercenary, military science, but I do need some of this infrastructure stuff. And the reason they're so military is they cannot have peace with any other race. Everyone is an enemy. Okay, with a win 3 battles. Okay, it's not too bad. So since the necrophages can never do peace, they're always in a constant state of war. You're going to need some good military technology. The nice thing is you don't have to worry about those pesky peace treaties. All right, so we are happy because we get a +10, I think, from one of these runes. Yeah, the Earth Spine and moss pearls. Oh, and there is actually a glass steel deposit right there. Very nice. Is there anything more I can do? Not right. Okay, see, this is taking forever. We just need some more industry. It's fine. Okay, a new minor faction. And again, we can attack and kill them. Take their corpses and eat them. But they're rocks, so it probably bust up our dentistry work. Okay, so we got that research done. Very nice. Let's see here. +2 terrain for science. How much terrain do I have? Let's see the grand. Yeah, there's the Fidzy. Okay. 4, 1, 4. So we got 3 spots. 2, 4. That's not bad. But I'd rather go with the +10 at first. And then we'll start with these guys. I'm not worried about sewer system, approval, diplomacy, because diplomacy is not very rare. Search party, nah. Never a great tech. Let's turn off the Fidzy. Let's see if we can complete this quest here. No, so we'll go there, and let's see if we can take a look. Find the red, and we got the break wall. Okay. So let's actually go to hero. No, it's the army. Hero. There we go. Inspect. Let's see. What do I need for the break wall? Oh, there's missing resource. All right, so I do need, I think, titanium. Yeah. So let's actually search. We'll get 40 dust. We'll take some of that. Inspect. Add some defense. This is gonna be a wartime leader. I'll come over here. And we're going to be at the Silex. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, so I'm going to hold here. And this is one thing I really do like about Endless Legend. It's that you actually control the combat. And then the Space 2, you just watch it. I mean, there are factors you gotta to take care of ahead of time, like strategy and tactics and things like that. But the actual tactical combat, no. You're really just an observer. Ooh, okay, yeah, hard. Gotta just let the AI doing whatever, which just may not be a good idea. Okay, he's going to get in between there. That's good. And he's got more armor. So I want to move him there. And no. I want there. And then let's see how to, there we go. It's the control key. Yep, let's keep him there. This unit's probably gone, but let's take a look. I'll move them here into the forest to increase their defense. And that did absolutely nothing. Alright, I'm going to have this guy retreat. I'll keep them going one-on-one here. Now it's them that only took -1. Okay. And these two are just kind of going at it, but it looks like my hero's going to win. I keep them in back. Everyone else keep doing what they're doing. Yeah, I didn't speed up the combat. Probably I should have, but that's okay. I enjoy watching the combat. No, just keep it there. Alright, it's just gonna move anyways, whatever. We're actually at phase 6, so that might be the end. Although we took out one. Okay. So it's a draw. So we got one cadaver. Alright. We'll wait for the next turn. How are we building here? So actually I'll move one of these guys over to building because we need things built. Glass steel we don't need yet, but I do need a furnace. Alright, so we're gonna end turn. Yeah, so even here in just the first 5 turns, we got a quest, we put down a city, we had our first battle, all within the first few turns. In Endless Space 2, your first battle may not be the first 15 turns. Yeah. Now, Humanity, you will have battles early on, but they're going to be with kind of NPC type of creatures that are meant to be hunted. So, all right, we're going to have at it again here. All right, I'm going to move the commander forward. I'm going to move him up here and keep him in the rear. All right. And him, I don't want you going anywhere. It's going to be a brawl with these 2 units. That's this. Oh, good hit. I'm not going to worry about the small one. This is going to be dead before he gets up there. Damage. And we got him. Alright. Alright. And now we can head for home. Because we gotta subjugate this. So who are they? Magpie. Good archers? Maybe good to assimilate? Let's see. So how many cadavers? So we got 2. We need 8 cadavers to make our first recycling counter. Because we're all eco like that. So we won the first battle. So actually my primary quest is to win 3 battles. And again, this is another thing I really like about Endless Legend, Endless Space, and Humanity as well. This is a key feature of Amplitude strategy games is they actually have a strong RPG questing system built in, which I think is very unique, and that's just another strong hallmark of Amplitude Studios. All right, let's see here. This is pillage. Unlocks the army package. Pillage on units. Unlocks the detection accessory on heroes. That is interesting. I might take that. But right now, I want the... Let's grab the military science for now. Okay. These should be regenerating, and they are. Let's just look at my army here. So the forger, I don't mind equipping him out a bit more here. Even some armor. Look at the headpiece. Yeah, they did. There we go. So now their defense is 47. And I'm going to go from there. Now this is one thing I don't like is that when you edit it, they change the name to that unit underscore 2. Yes, you can change the name, but I kind of wish they didn't do that. Rather, they just keep it as Forager. So let's see here. From there, he's not quite there yet. So we got 203 dust. So I can retrofit these guys. Yep. And actually, I can even inspect and retrofit this guy. Okay, he's already got at least a tier 1 gear. Sharp sense. Let's actually give him one more movement here. Okay. Now we're here. Time to munch on the locals. Oh, we also got our militias. So I'm gonna auto this. Hopefully, yeah, it worked. Okay, I didn't lose my forges. I think when I up armored them, it was fine. And now they're squish. Now we got another 2 cadavers, which is good. Let's see where else we can find the locals. Now this is volcanic land. It's gonna hurt when I step across it. So. I do need to rebuild that village. Oh, we have a titanium deposit. I do want that. So that'll give me the break wall. So I was gonna say I do need to rebuild that village, but it takes 120 industry. And these are all 60. So we're gonna keep that there for the moment. We can go either this way, or we can actually see what is in that volcanic section. Yeah, one thing I do like about Endless Legend is the music. It's very orchestral. I like the music in all the games, actually. I think the music in Amplitude Studios is really one of the high marks, and they work with a certain musical studio. God, the name is escaping my brain right now. Go for No or something like that. They are very, very good. And I listen to their music even when I'm driving in the car, you know. It's that good. With Endless Legend, the music is more soothing, you know, while in, you know, Endless Space 2, it's more, you know, grand, more Star Wars, you know, big opera type of thing. And Humanity, it's very cultural, which is good. That reflects what the games are. Would I recommend buying Endless Legend? Absolutely. Will I think Endless Legend 2 will eclipse Endless Legend? I don't know. One, I think Endless Legend is just that good a game. It's not going to die off on its own. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be completely eclipsed by Endless Legend 2. And what I'm really hoping is that Endless Legend 2 stands apart. It's unique enough from Endless Legend that they can both stay concurrent. You know, yeah, there's no more content or material being made for Endless Legend, but frankly, it doesn't need anymore. It's fully fleshed out. All right, we're gonna swap this other one here. Okay, this one looks to be more even, so I want to take this, put this on manual. Okay, we got the Fomorians. Very nice. Whew. Alright, I'm gonna move them there. I'll move this to the rear. Or we can move them, kind of move them in an abreast formation. Is that their movement cost? Actually, you know what? No. I'm gonna move them. Oh, did I? I may have messed up the order there, but it's alright. I got him poisoned at least. Oh, they stunned him. Alright, I'm gonna move him back. I'll move him forward. Okay, he's down 37. They're getting clobbered here. I'm gonna move him back. Let's move him back there. And move these guys there. I want these guys spread out if I can. Or if they're gonna focus somebody, they're gonna focus on my hero. Okay, yeah, now I want him coming after him. I want him there, and I want you there. Go to phase 4 here. They're not doing a whole lot of damage. Okay, he's down. Okay, now it's 3 against 1. Can we get him in 2 turns? Well, he's getting poisoned down. Another 24. Yeah, I think we got him. Boink. Lunchtime, boys. Alright, takes out the 2 rumblers, gives another 2 corpse, and that also satisfies the main quest, so we get another 80 dust. Okay, we captured. This is an interesting story, but I won't go into it. So we need search temple ruins after gathering 10 titanium and 20 wine. Okay. Let's see where we can get some wine here. No, the plight of the working class here. All right, so we'll do some research. Let's see here. So we got military science. Okay, well, let's get rid of luxury extractor because we do need wine somehow. And then after that, I'll grab the mercenary market. Now, standard rules apply. Every technology you learn, the next technology gets more expensive to learn. So it's a scale as you go up. So choose your technologies carefully early on, especially if you're not a science-based civilization. All right, Delvers. Yeah, I really do need to finish my playthroughs. You know, I always like start a playthrough, but I never quite finish. That's why I'm doing the flashback series here, because it's not intended to be a full playthrough, from start to finish, because I have a horrible time finishing. I get onto something else, or real life happens, etc., etc. Let's see. Well, maybe we'll go up to turn 15 or turn 20 and just see what's up. Now, the nice thing here is these necrophages do heal over time. And okay, we got 30 dust. Very nice. We're still in the positive. That's good. Let's see. Where's the drone? Okay, there's the drone. Oh. Haven't made contact with anybody, which means at least one thing. There's no Draken to force us into peace. Pesky little Drakens. Necrodrone. There we go. Now we'll just upgrade their armor. I think they have, yeah, I want them to movement. These guys are quick, so give them a movement bonus. This does make it more expensive, though. So when you give them more equipment, the amount of industry that is needed to make them complete does go up. The cost does go up. Okay, who's here? Delvers. Okay, that's right, Delvers. Oh, the sun is changing, which means there's an eclipse coming soon. Okay, so Iron Taskmaster plus 25 life on units, and that is very good for a Necrophage because they need all the life they can get on the battlefield. Let's see here. Okay, actually, if we get these two, I'm going to do auto. Cross my fingers. Ooh, that was close. He's only down to 25, but he nailed him. Okay, good. And now we have a full stockpile. So for the Necrophage, when you get 8 corpses, you create a recycling counter, which creates a stockpile of food. Nice little picture here. Beautiful little woman, ready to become lunch. All right. So we're going to use the stockpile. We're going to put it on my capital, and that, bam, that's 120 food that's going to be applied to this city. So now you see this jump way up for one turn. So that will easily get us another population. All right, let's see here. Okay, dust eclipse. So this does happen. I put it down rarely. So dust blizzards blow over Origa, strange dust activities on temple ruins. There's also confluxes on the land, granting XP and temporary boosts to armies. And each faction has a unique phenomenon when it comes to dust eclipse. For the Necrophages, it's the rising dead. During eclipses, recycled stockpiles recreate 2 Battleborns in the target city, in addition to the food bonus and combat yield twice the cadavers. And now I realize I just made a mistake because I activated that stockpile just prior to the eclipse, and I could have had 2 Battleborns. But anyways, no one said I was good at this game. So we grab the flux. So which flux is this? Minus 40% upkeep on the units. That'll help our dust. Plus 15% health regen. That will really help. Actually, that was a good conflux, actually. Oh, and actually, these Eclipse Temples, you can search them again. So we got the mill. Start on the titanium. I do want to check what that is. Also gives me time for the foragers to heal up. I'll finish the titanium. Now we got 4 people. Why is coming over here? Let's see. Where's my research? Okay, we need this, and then we'll get the mercenary market. So I wouldn't mind getting a hero to run the capital. Trying to play without the mercenary market is not easy. You do get more heroes, but they're through the quests. And if you get hung up on the quests, then you're pretty short-handed. Ooh, 80 dust. Very, very nice. Let's see if we can get over here. So far, we've not ran into another faction. Let's get back into the plains here, because each one of these rocky forests consumes 2 movement points. Okay, what do we have? Silix. Did we beat them? We beat them up before. Yeah. I'm gonna put auto. Okay, that's fine. As a necrophage, you don't negotiate, you just slaughter everything in front of you. Okay, we're 4 corpses down from another stockpile. Okay, so now we need another construction. So this is a wine extractor up there. So that's what, 60? Infantry cantina, stronghold, burrow, glass steel, magpie. Actually, I would like to build the magpie because when you rebuild a minor faction city, your city actually gets 1 population added. So it's always worthwhile to rebuild these. And the regions with more of the minor faction cities, I think up to 3, if you either assimilate them or you conquer them. But if you conquer them and you need to rebuild the cities, if you rebuild all 3, you get 3 population, right? And with the necrophages, you get to munch on them and then get to rebuild them. Okay, Empire Development Plan. Well, we don't have much influence. Unit cost reduction on cities. You know what? I'm going to actually put the +2 vision on it. Really help out that exploration. And we got 70 dusts. All right. I'm actually going to park it here. This is turn 20. This is the flashback for Endless Legend and my thoughts on it. Fantastic game. And even playing it right now, I actually really want to do a full-on playthrough. This is one of those games. If I keep playing it and it's late tonight, I'm going to be up until in the morning. All right. And I got to go to work tomorrow. So I can't do that. Anyways, Flashback, Endless Legend. I highly recommend it. Even if you look at the age of the game, I think it came out in 2014. Don't let that dissuade you. It is a full, complete game. The graphics are still good. The art is beautiful. The aesthetics are beautiful. The music is absolutely beautiful. And there's a ton of meat on this bone when it comes to gameplay. So, anyways, I hope you enjoy this flashback. If you like this format, let me know. I'm planning to do more of them. You know, kind of more of standalone episodes of some maybe older games. Because right now, Endless Legends is over 10 years old, so I guess we can start to consider it to be a little bit of an older game, but still fantastic. And I really want to bring more attention to some of these great games, and maybe you want to consider it for your library. All right, thank you, everyone. Talk to you soon.